you guys, welcome back to my channel. I was not planning on filming today, but I feel like everything has just been so hectic and busy this week with deadlines for work and deliveries for our bathroom and my laptop being in the shop. I just wanted to sit down and chat and chill out because that sounded really relaxing and fun. I've got a big old pile of laundry here with me, so I'm gonna be doing laundry while we chat. I think a channel called Loeppky's Life did a video like this a couple years ago, and I thought it was a really cool idea because you can get stuff done but also be doing a little Q&A. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I asked you for your questions on Instagram. I'm gonna answer as many of them as I can when I get through this. This is one of those loads of laundry that was kind of just whatever was put in the wash throughout the week, so super random. Okay, so the first question I'm gonna answer is, what is your favorite thing about being a stay-at-home mom? And I think my favorite thing about being a stay-at-home mom or a work-from-home mom, whatever you wanna call it, is that I can create little magic moments for my kids during the day, whenever I want. I think that gets lost sometimes in the to-do list of I gotta do the dishes, I gotta get this video uploaded, I wanna do this and this and that. But if I want to, I can wake up in the morning and be like, Rowan, do you wanna go get donuts? And then go and take him for a little donut date. And that's awesome. I love the flexibility of that, and I love the opportunity that it gives me to be creative and think of new fun things that we can do together, whether it's crafts or outings or whatever. I think that that's really fun and special, so that's probably my favorite part. This one says, do you have a house cleaner? Cleaning schedule, how do you get the cleaning done? We do not have a house cleaner. I am the house cleaner. Matt is the house cleaner. And if you saw my recent Clean With Me video, you will know that the cleaning does not always get done. My house is definitely not a picture perfect sparkling palace, ever. But yeah, I just do it myself, and I try to stay as on top of it as I can. I think the biggest thing is cleaning as you go. So when we're done in one room, we clean that room up before we move to the next room, and with meals, we just put our dishes in the dishwasher as we go instead of doing them all at the end of the night. That's in a perfect world. It doesn't always get done, but that is when I feel our house is running the most seamlessly. That's what we're doing. This one is, are you planning on doing YouTube for years to come, or will you stop when the kids are big? I definitely plan on doing this for years to come. How involved the kids want to be will really be up to them as they get older, but you guys are stuck with me. This has been my dream job since I was 14. Somebody else actually asked if you could do any job in the world, what would it be? And as cliche as it is, this is my dream job. So definitely hoping to do it for as long as you guys will have me, and as the kids get older, it will just be, more focused on me and my hobbies and the home and all that kind of stuff, and they can be involved as much or as little as they want to be. I'm really just gonna kind of take their cues on that. Do you ever get to go out and reconnect with friends? I do go to a monthly girls' night. It's the first Wednesday of the month, and my friend Joycey hosts it, and she is the hostess with the mostest. So that's always really, really fun. And then I also try to get together with at least 2 other mom friends every month. Or not mom friends, my friends. Some of them are moms and some of them are not. I just don't really ever have our friends on camera because I don't ever really want to be showing up and shoving a camera in someone's face. That just feels really awkward. So most of my friendships are, offline. This one is, if you had to move somewhere different, where would it be and why? I would definitely like to move somewhere with a more temperate climate. I thought that I wanted to move back to California for a long time. I still think that would be really cool, but I also feel it would be cool to just go somewhere where housing isn't insanely expensive and just use the equity that we've gotten in our home to buy something cheap outright, so we don't have a mortgage. I mean, this would be years down the line when we've saved up enough equity to do that. But I think that could be really cool and would give us a lot of financial freedom, but I don't think we ever will because being close to Matt's family has been such a blessing for us with just help with the kids and stuff. So I think we're here to stay. I love this one. They asked, what's your go-to coffee order? I love pumpkin cream cold brew, even if it's not fall. I'm very sad that Starbucks is going to stop selling them, or maybe already has, but I don't really love Starbucks coffee, but I like their cold brew. So I'll usually get that or some kind of an iced latte, if I'm going to a more specialty coffee shop, if I'm going down to Tacoma and I'm going to Olympia Coffee or something. I love a good lavender latte, so that's kind of my backup. How do you stay in the moment even when you are so exhausted? This one is tough. I feel you. I think the biggest thing for me is just romanticizing my life. I know I say it all the time, but it is something that has really changed my life. And for me, sometimes that just looks like telling myself a story. I talked about this on a podcast I was on recently about how sometimes you can like feel inconvenienced by something. Like a couple weeks ago, our bathroom vanity delivery was being a mess, an absolute mess. And we had gotten the kids ready to go somewhere, and this company had missed their delivery window. So we were all ready, like sitting around waiting, and I was getting really irritated that I couldn't just go where I wanted to go. And I had to stop and laugh at myself and be like, okay, let's see. Our kids are all cute and dressed up. We're all ready to go to the farmer's market, but I'm waiting on like a vanity for my bathroom renovation that I'm getting to do in our house that we own. Like, telling myself that story was like, wow, actually I'm really lucky and blessed, and that helped me kind of like snap out of it and stay a little bit more present. Ooh, this is a good one. Who do you watch on YouTube? I used to watch so much YouTube, and I barely have time to anymore. So there are only a few creators that I like really keep up with. The first one is my friend Kylene. No surprise to any of you guys. I talk about her and her channel a lot, and I was just on her podcast, and she just has like the best videos. I absolutely love her channel. She's got 2 little kids. Her son is a little younger than Rowan, and her daughter is a little older than Juniper. But we're like in the same stage of life, and I love all of the like sensory activities she does, and she's always planning something fun for her family, so I always watch her videos. For the whole romanticizing your life vibe, I love Darling Desi. She has like these beautiful cinematic videos. She doesn't post very often, but when she does, it's always a great one. I also still watch Kristen Johns and Allison Bickerstaff sometimes, but like I said, I don't watch nearly as much as I used to, which is a little bit sad, but also like this is my job, and I want to make sure that I'm like not just regurgitating other people's content. So I try to like create before I consume, if that makes any sense, and sometimes that doesn't leave a lot of time for consuming. Things that make you feel instant joy on the crazy busy days. Shameless self-plug, but the Everyday Presence Journal that I made, honestly, is just one of my favorite things ever, because I made it because I wanted it and I needed it in my life. So that is something that I do every morning and every night that only takes like 2 to 3 minutes, and it has made the biggest difference in my mental health. I feel like I'm happier, I'm more grateful, I'm more present. If you guys do want the Everyday Presence Journal, it's on Amazon. But honestly, even just a blank piece of paper would work. Just write down some things that you're grateful for, or a list of things that are currently stressing you out, so you can just like write it and put it away. Or I have a notebook going for the funniest things that Rowan says. So putting pen to paper is always really relaxing for me and helps me feel like I'm making memories in my life and not just like existing, if that makes any sense. Do you think you'd want to have more kids down the line even if you are content with 2? So I for sure was like, we only want 2 kids. I wasn't even sure I was going to be able to have a second one, like mentally, because it was so tough when Rowan was a newborn. It was like pandemic, and he was a really tough, colicky baby. And then we had Juniper because I really wanted him to have a sibling. I thought, I want 2 teenagers and 2 adult children. It just was getting through the like early baby years and toddler years that I was scared of. Then we had Juniper, and she's been an absolute angel and like the easiest baby. So now I'm like, I kind of want another one, and Matt's like, no. So we probably won't have any more because that is what we agreed on, and I understand that, and that's totally fine. But I am very sad and very sentimental about this being my last baby. I'm definitely enjoying her and being really present because I'm like, this is the last time I'm ever going to, insert anything that she does here. What tattoos do you have? So I have 2 tattoos. The first one is on my arm here. You guys have probably all already seen this one. This is some little poppies. It's like for California because I grew up there. But I also have another one right here that only shows up like if I'm wearing a swimsuit. I can show you right now. So here's my other tattoo. It's inspired by Matt and I's wedding flowers. This is actually the first one I got, and I got it on my ribs. But I do really want to get one more. I want to get like some juniper berries and rowan flowers for obvious reasons, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. Thoughts on your butcher block countertops? Absolutely love them. I don't ever want any other kind of countertops ever again. They're so nice, and if something happens, like they get stained, you can sand them down. And it's awesome. And I also feel like they show dirt a lot less easily than like our white quartz countertops that the apartment did. I was constantly wiping those down because they always just looked gross. But the butcher block kind of hides it. So I love it. And it's also a very like cozy, homey, cottagey vibe. Runner-up names for both the kiddos. Rowan was almost Oliver, and Juniper was almost Charlotte, and we would have called her Charlie. But I think their names fit them a lot better. Oh, this one's sweet. How did your childhood influence the kind of mom you are? I like how crafty you are. Thank you. My grandmothers were both really big influences on me. My mom's mom is always baking and hosting and like doing events, so I kind of get that from her, and also my love of theater. And then my dad's mom was super crafty, so we were always doing craft projects and stuff like that. Sadly, she has passed away, but those times with them as a kid were really special for me, and I think that really shaped a lot of my personality. What's on your reading list these days? I am currently in like a nonfiction era. I feel like I go back and forth between reading a lot of fiction and then a lot of nonfiction. Like I don't typically read both of them in the same periods in my life, but right now I'm reading a lot of books on slow living, or I guess I should say I'm listening to the audiobooks. I only ever listen to nonfiction audiobooks, and I only ever read fiction. But I just felt very like frantic, and like materialism was creeping in a little bit, so I have been reading some stuff about slow living. I will put some recommendations down in the comments, but it's been a nice way to kind of unwind at night. I've been like doing a digital puzzle on my iPad from this website. It's like Jiggity or something like that. I'll link it too, but they have a lot of the like Lori Pemberton prints on there, and so I've been doing those and listening to my audiobooks, and it's been very cozy. Okay, that's all my laundry, but I do want to answer a few more questions because I'm having fun. If Rowan and Juniper were soups, what kind of soup would they be? That's the best question. Rowan would be the alphabet soup with the little like pasta letters, and Juniper would be like a tomato rosemary bisque, I think. I also got a lot of questions on just tantrums and toddler parenting and our parenting philosophy, so I'm just going to kind of lump all those together and talk about that for a minute. I have to acknowledge that Rowan is an incredible toddler. Not that like tantrums or bad behavior makes your kid a bad toddler, but he's just an easy toddler, I would say. He doesn't have a lot of meltdowns. When he does, they're typically like when he wakes up from his naps. I don't know if he has nightmares or what, but he sometimes wakes up really, really sad, and that's when he has like the most meltdowns. And honestly, we just have to like wait it out, because distracting him or trying to redirect like doesn't really work in those situations. So I just let him know like, I'm here, let me know what I can do, and I sit with him in it, and then eventually he calms down. When we do have the occasional meltdown over, you know, I said no to something, I won't let him watch more Bluey or have a piece of chocolate or whatever, we try to practice gentle parenting. Easier said than done, but the biggest thing I think is validating their feelings and just being like, yeah, that's really frustrating sometimes when we don't get what we want, huh? And I'll just be like, I understand that you're sad. I'm really sorry you're so bummed, but we can't watch any more Bluey today. We can watch more episodes tomorrow. It's hard to do, especially if you're feeling triggered and feeling like you're gonna melt down, but it usually works, so. You made me tea? That's nice. Thanks, baby. Oh, hot. Thanks, hon. What kind of tea is it?
The Mad Tea Party one. Mad. I don't remember what it's called.
The Mad Tea Party?
Yeah, that's what it said.
I don't know what that is, but it smells good. Thank you. What are your long-term career goals outside of YouTube? So like I said, I do hope to do YouTube indefinitely. I absolutely love doing this. But I think in addition to that, I would really love to own a small shop one day. And I don't know exactly what that looks like, if it would be like home and lifestyle, or if it would be fashion, or if it would be baby products. This is like way down the line, but I think it could be really fun to just like curate beautiful things, and I think it would be a really great way to express my creativity and put together a selection of really thoughtful products for like the home or for your wardrobe. Like I said, haven't even gone down that road, but that's something that's always kind of been in the back of my head, so maybe one day I'll do that. We'll see. How is Juniper's sleep schedule going? We are currently in the throes of the sleep regression that happens around like 4 to 5 months. So not great right now. We have had a couple nights where she's only been up once, but we've had a lot more nights where she's been up 5 or 6 times. We do plan to gently sleep train after 5 months, just like we did with Rowan, but we're not there yet. So right now I'm just kind of like riding it out and drinking coffee and doing my best. Number 1 tip for handling a newborn and toddler: don't blame the baby. This is something I learned from Big Little Feelings, and it is life-changing. So basically, you can reduce your toddler's like neediness and meltdowns by making sure that they don't ever feel like their sibling is the reason they're not getting to do something or not getting your attention. So instead of being like, I can't come play with you right now, I'm feeding your sister, I'll be like, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna come play with you, and I'm so excited, and I just like don't even bring her into it, even if that's like what I'm doing at the moment. And that has helped us so much. And I also think it's been a good foundation for their relationship, because he's not, that I can tell, resentful of her at all. Ooh, I like this one too. What's your dream holiday destination and or where you dream to take your kids? I would love to do like a month in a European country. Matt's company does like a work from anywhere month every year, and we were like freshly newborn postpartum with Juniper this year, so we couldn't do it. Matt was on paternity leave anyway, but I think it would be so cool to just like pack up and go live in France for a month or Italy or something like that. I know that's not really like a vacation, but I think doing a longer stay in a European country would be so cool. How do you deal with comparing yourself with other mom social media influencers? So I think I have a little bit of a unique perspective on this one because I know what it's like behind the curtain. So whenever I'm starting to feel like, oh, this person's doing that sensory activity with their kid, or like, oh wow, that person's house is so clean or whatever, I think of like what my own content looks like. And not that I'm being fake in any way, but like when I have a vlog day, I like plan things to do in the vlog like a day or two in advance because I don't want to just be like vlogging sitting on the couch. I feel like that's boring. And so you guys see like the more exciting things we do because I feel like it's more fun for you guys to hang out with us that way. And so when you look at it through that lens, you're like, okay, well, maybe they did that really fun sensory activity today, but maybe yesterday their kid watched a half an hour of Bluey. And I think that helps a little bit. Okay, the last one I'm going to answer is, how are you really? And I think this is such a lovely question. Thank you for asking. I am good. I am in a season right now where I am very happy with where I'm at in life, but I'm also feeling very stressed. And so that's kind of like the main thing that I'm trying to work through right now. Like I said, the like go, go, go feeling and the work deadlines and just balancing it all has been a little bit stressful lately. But at the end of the day, I collapse into bed and I'm like, man, I'm really lucky. Like, I love my life. So good, but stressed. I also want to know how you guys are. So let me know, how are you really, in the comments. Thank you guys so much for sitting down and chatting with me. This is exactly what I needed as a little pick-me-up today. So thank you. I love you guys all so much, and I can't wait to see you all in my next video. Bye.